Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Today the topic we are going to discuss is statement of changes in shareholders equity. So here is your question. Now here is the question. Statement of changes in equity. Okay. Now I want to show you the question first. Now this is the details of the capital structure of Moonlight Limited are as follows. Okay. What's wrong with that? Okay. Now, the details of the capital structure of the Moonlight Company are as follows. 2 million ordinary shares of $0.5 each, 500,000, 10% preference shares of $1 each, 500,000, 12% preference shares of $1.5 each. Okay, issued and paid up capital, 1,200,000 ordinary shares of $0.5 each, issued on May 15, 2018. So that means the company has started its functioning or issuing shares from May 15, 2018. Okay. 200,000, 10% preference shares of $1 each, issued on May 15, 2018. 200,000, 12% preference shares of $1.5 each, issued on May 15, 2018. Now, this is the issued and paid up capital. The amount is not given. So, what happens? Okay, see, what we need to start a statement of changes in shareholders' equity. Balances on 1st January 2020. Okay, so ordinary shares, share capital in dollars. Okay, everything is in dollars. Getting my point clear? So, okay. Everything should be in dollars. Now, the first and the most important thing is the total available on first January. Ordinary share capital is issued and paid up. Don't take authorized capital. Authorized share capital is just an information given to you that how much share capital is allowed to the company by the state to recover. So authorized capital has nothing to do with it. We have to start with issued and paid up capital. $1,200,000, 1,200,000 shares of $0.5 each. So that means 1,200,000 multiplied by 0.5. So that is $600,000 is your ordinary share capital. Getting my point here? 600,000 on 1st January 2020. Okay. Now, this share was issued in 2018, and it means that they were available. The same share capital was available on 1st January 2020. Okay. Now, 2010% preference shares of $1 each, it means 200,000. Sorry, ordinary share premium at that time was 0. Okay. 10% preference shares, that means 200,000. Okay. And 200,000, 12% preference shares of 1.5 each. So 200,000 multiplied by 1.5, that is 300,000. I'm sorry, 300,000. Okay. There was no general results. There is no definition or nothing is given for general result. So we'll put a 0 over here. Okay. Retained earnings balance is given here. Yes. Now retained earning profit was showing a trade balance of 180,000. Trade balance means there was a profit. There was no loss at that time. That is 180,000. So this is 180,000. So total shareholders equity on 1st January 2020 would be 600,000 plus 200,000 plus 300,000 plus 180,000. So that would make 1,280,000. $1,280,000 is your total shareholders equity at the start of the year. Okay. Now see, next step. Next step is profit. During the year ended 31st December 2020, the company made a trading profit of 600,000 before payment of interest. So here we know statement of changes in equity, we don't include debentures and its interest. So going to statement of changes in equity, we have to calculate profit after interest. Getting my point? So your debentures are of 500,000. Here it is given. Here it is given your debentures. Your debentures are given here, $500,000. Okay. Now 8% interest would be multiplied by 8% is 500,000 multiplied by 8%. 500,000 multiplied by 8%. Answer is 40,000. So trading profit after interest would be 540,000 is debenture interest. 600,000 is your profit minus 600,000. Your profit is 560,000. Okay. So your net profit after interest. So just I'm writing here for your convenience is how much? 560. So that is going to be added in. Got it? 560,000. Okay, net profit after interest. Okay, the first thing. Okay. Second thing, now interim dividends were paid 5%, 6% accordingly on all the preference shares. The director decided to pay final the dividends on due on the preference shares means the final dividend we have paid. 5% and 6% means the debentures we have issued 200,000, 10%. We have given 5% dividend after 6 months, and 5% will give the interest after at the end of the year. Are you getting my point? This is interim and final dividend. Okay, we will give them 10% and 12% only. This is the thing. Now, one more thing very important to during the year, the company issued 300,000 ordinary shares of $0.5 each at a premium of $0.1 each. So it means we have issued more 300,000 shares multiplied by 0.5. The answer would be 115,000. So issue of shares yeah would be ordinary shares 150,000, but we have not issued at par. We have issued it with a premium, so 300,000 multiplied by 0.1, so 30,000 is your ordinary share premium over here. Getting my point clear? Ordinary share premium. Okay, now we have also issued 100,000 preference shares of $1 each, so that would make your preference shares here 10%, 100,000. We have also issued 100 ordinary shares of 1.5 each. So 100 multiplied 1.5, that is 150,000. 150,000. Okay. So the total issue of shares is 150,000 plus 30,000 plus 100,000 plus 150,000. That is 430,000 is going to be added over here. Okay. Now see, issue of shares we have done. Why we have done? Because we have to be very much careful. Interim dividends but during the year 5 and 6 accordingly on all the preference shares. Means newly issued preference shares and the old previous issued preference shares. 200,000 we have issued preference shares into 2018. This year we have issued 100,000 10% preference shares. So all preference shares we have to give the premium 5% and 6%. Total we have to calculate 10%, but interim we will pay 5% and the remaining 5% will be paid at the end of the year. That would be called final dividend. So what we have to do, we have to write over here interim dividend. Interim dividend were paid. So what we have to do with the interim dividend? Let's see. Now there were 200,000 plus 100,000. So 10% ordinary shares were total 300,000 of ordinary shares of $1 each means $300,000 is your preference shares 10%. So what will be the interim dividend? 5%, 15,000. Okay, and 15,000. Okay, I'll keep it in the memory of my calculator. Now see, Other 200,000, 12% ordinary shares plus 100,000 we have issued this year, multiply by 1.5, $450,000 is your preference share capital of 12% preference shares. Multiply by 6%, 27,000. So total this year, preference shares dividend, interim dividend we have paid 42,000. That is going to be deducted from retained earnings. 42,000. Getting my point here? We are going to deduct it from retained earnings and we are going to deduct it from totals. Okay. Now come to final dividend. In final dividend, we have 42,000 again for the preference share because we have not paid, we have paid them half. So 42,000 was half and the 42,000 half will be paid at the end of the year. So again, we'll take 40,000, but on preference shares also. Now preference shares capital has been increased. How much? See here. Ordinary shares are also increased 600,000 plus 150,000. So that would make your ordinary share capital $750,000. And how much? 12% is given, means 168,000 dividend is given to the shareholder. Final. So here final dividend would be 5% on 10% preference shares, 6% on 12% preference shares, and 12% on ordinary share capital. The total final dividend would be $210,000. Getting my point here? Okay. Now come to journalism. Okay, now come to journalism. What will happen to journalism? Journalism is created this year, I think, because there was no sign of old journalism. So 80,000 is going to transfer to journalism. So what we have to do with journalism, we will add 80,000 in journalism, 80,000, and we will subtract that 80,000 from retained. So that is not going to affect the totals of total column. Okay, so we'll write 0 over here. This is just transferring retained earning into journalism account, so it's not going to affect the total of the shareholders' equity. Now, ending on 31st December, what is happening? We have 750,000 ordinary shares of $0.5 each. We have 30,000 ordinary shares premium. We have 300,000 preference shares of $1 each, 10%. We have 450,000 12% preference shares of $1.5 each. We have general reserves 80,000. And what about retained earning? The opening balance of retained earning is 180,000 plus profit 560,000, profit after interest of the debentures. Okay, minus 42,000 minus $210,000 minus 80,000 general reserve. So $408,000 is your retained earning balance. $408,000. Getting my point clear. Now get the total from here. See, we have to be very much clear. First, we'll get the total from this line. $1,280,000 plus $560,000 plus $430,000 minus $42,000 minus $210,000. The answer is 2,018,000. This is a shareholders' equity. So we have got the total vertically of the totals column here. Okay, we got the totals here vertically, and I'm changing the color. Now it's blue. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to take total from here also. So it should be equal to this one. Getting my point clear. So if we take the totals of this right column, it should be equal to the total of 2 million. Let's see, 750,000 plus 30,000 plus 300,000 plus 450,000 plus 80,000 plus 408,000. 2,018,000. Oh, it's done. So both the totals, the red totals and the blue totals should be equal to this column. So I'm changing the color of this column to something else. Okay, that is a little bit different. So the blue column total and the red column, red rods total should be equal to 2,080,000. This is how we make statement of changes in shareholders' equity. Okay, are you getting my point clear? I think this video would be helpful for you for to make shareholders total shareholders equity table. That would be possible to have in your exams. Okay, so subscribe my channel. If you want me to solve something, leave a comment. I will try to solve for you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.